To explain how the attack happens, first we need to look inside VS Code at the attacker's machine. Here we see a file called keylogger.py. This is the script we designed to record the keystrokes. We imported pinput, which is a module used to record strokes, and imported sendmail from the sendmail.py script. Next we define the variable onPress to record the pushing down of keys, and then we define our email variable and set the parameters to format the text we were getting. All of this code here is what is used to format the message, so I won't get too into it, but basically it's just making the emails nice and easy to read for the attacker's inbox. And then we're going to print the message right here and use send email to send the message. Here we have define on release, which we use to break out of the script. If the user presses down on the escape key, aka key.esc, upon release of the key, it will email us the keys pressed up until that point, and then it'll close the script. And this here at the bottom is just our listener. And this is just a quick look at our send email file that actually logs in and sends the emails on our behalf. Now that we've made our script and have a containing folder, we want to go and turn our script into an executable with PyInstaller. To do this, we bring up the command prompt from the working directory and type PyInstaller, and then we're going to add tac or -- one file, and this is going to make all of our scripts into one file, and then tac w or -w to make our executable run in the background of the system it's installed on. And then we just specify what file we want to use, which is our keylogger.py, and we press enter. So what this is doing while it runs is creating the keylogger executable, as well as building a build folder and a dist folder, which is short for distribution. The only thing we really focus on here, though, is the executable it generates, which will be in the distribution folder here. Then we're just going to rename the executable to something a little less suspicious, like instead of keylogger, we're going to call it claimAwardHere.executable. I guess I could just leave it in the folder to do this, but oh well. So now we'll just put it back here for safekeeping, and then we're going to work on generating an email. So here we're just going to try and send our executable as a plain text email just to see if we can even do that. So we're going to add it as an attachment, and as you can see here, after waiting for a little while, we are greeted with the good old-fashioned error code. But no worries, we planned for adversity, and here we're going to get around that pretty simply. We're going to do a little disguising of our executable, and to do this, we're just going to simply click over here instead and upload it from a Google Drive. A couple clicks here, a couple clicks there, and there we have it. Our executable successfully uploaded to our email draft. Now that we know it works, we can switch over to our phishing email account that we created and send our trap out to an unsuspecting victim. So as you can see in the address bar, I am that unsuspecting victim. We already created a draft email to use, staging as a company named Dynaco, which, as some of you may know, is from the kids' movie Cars. We added a picture of people smiling to hopefully look a little less suspicious, and a picture of the Dynaco logo, but if anyone's seen the movie Cars, they're probably going to catch us on this. But, like I said, we're just hoping for one person to fall. On our victim machine here in our email file, we can see the second one down from the top, we have an email from Dynaco Business. So they're saying congratulations, they want to thank us for our service as a valued member. They want to give us a reward. Please click here and follow these instructions, blah, blah, blah. Well, since I don't know any better, I'm not going to think this is sketchy, and I'm going to go ahead and click here. Like the instructions said, I'm going to click download. And it brings me to a window saying Google Drive can't scan this file. Well, I'm going to trust it anyways and say download anyways. And we can see over on the right, it is populating in our downloads folder. So like the email said, we're going to just double click it after we drag it to our desktop and see what happens. So we double clicked it and it froze, but nothing happened. It's loading wheel. Let's double click it again. Yeah, we're still getting the loading wheel, but I'm not getting my award. I'm an unsuspecting victim, so I'm confused. And I don't know, there's a keylogger running in the background, so I'm just going to go about my day. I'm going to go to Google. I'm going to log into my Facebook. I'm going to tell all my friends about this terrible claim awards here thing I just got. I'm going to log in with my credentials. These are not my real credentials, obviously. The password, I'm going to put not my password. And then I'm just going to click login. Obviously, this isn't going to work because I used a fake password using not my password. But we'll also go to Google just to add some more context to our inbox and look up how to cook some eggs, just to have a little bit more to look at when we check the attacker's inbox. Now, looking back inside the attacker's inbox, we can see that we have a ton of messages. Most of these messages are just from us testing the different versions of the executable on different machines we have at our houses. But for the example we just did, we're going to click here and scroll down past all the previous tests that I have here and look for the string to start with Facebook, since that was the first thing we typed after activating the keylogger. The reason it's after all these other messages here is because we ran this test multiple times, and since we only have the same email basically emailing itself, it just keeps replying in a thread. So we scroll down here which says Facebook, and we can see the following credentials I typed saying not my password, and we can also see the Google search here for how to cook some eggs. And that is how an attacker can generate a Python keylogger, embed it in a phishing email to steal credentials and anything else a user types into their keyboard.